So when I first decided to restart this channel, one thing I definitely didn't want to do was to dunk on bad movies because it seemed cheap and easy for some idiot with a camera to just shit on the work that hundreds or thousands of people had spent a lot of time working on to create this piece of art just to entertain the masses. And then the first movie I watched was Cats. So that plan's kind of going out the window. So Cats is a 2019 musical film that's part live action, part CGI, not really either, based off of the award-winning smash Broadway musical of the same name. So the story follows a small tribe of jellicle cats as they embark on some kind of talent show to decide which cat will ascend to the Heaviside Lair and be reborn. And the way they do this is through a singing competition where they sing a song. That's the plot of Cats. When the trailer for this movie first came out, a lot of people just hated on it. I don't know what it was, the CGI, something just didn't sit right with a lot of people. It just fell in that uncanny valley territory and it just turned a lot of people off and made a lot of people uncomfortable. And I didn't really feel that way. I thought it was an interesting take, although I thought it would have been a lot easier and probably a lot better if they had just had costumes, much like the Broadway show. But I said, hey, they're taking a chance. Let's see what this is all about. But in the actual film, the CGI is actually really poorly done. For however much money they spent on it, it clearly wasn't enough. There's like rendering errors all over the place. One of the characters has human hands for some reason. I don't know if they were supposed to replace that. A lot of times the apparent size of characters gets bigger or smaller in relation to their environments, and it's just continuity errors kind of all over the place. And just in general, it doesn't look that good even when it's done right. So the CGI didn't really bother me. I mean, it really wasn't that well done. They took a chance, it didn't work out at all. But the thing that was really kind of the problem was the story was very difficult to follow. There wasn't a lot of character development. So kind of what you had happen was you're dumped into the world with this new cat who's kind of dropped off in an alley, and she's kind of explained what happens and how things work. And then after that, every 10 or so minutes, a new cat appears, sings a big song to kind of describe themselves, and then they just kind of go away. Every now and then they'll come, make snarky remarks, but for the most part, they're just kind of in the background, they're just kind of there. You don't really gain any sort of attachment to any of the characters, even our pseudo-avatar that we're supposed to relate to from the beginning of the film that gives us a peek into the world. It's just kind of a mess of constant new characters, no character development, no real plot development, and you just stop caring at a certain point. You just want it to be over. And another problem is that the songs just aren't that good. I mean, the performances are okay, they're acceptable, but the songs aren't very catchy. They don't do a very good job with the exposition, which is kind of the only vehicle for exposition or character development is through these songs. It's just a big mess all around. So I've always kind of wanted to watch the Broadway show Cats, and I've always been really interested to see how that works, and I'd really be interested to know if the Broadway show is anywhere near as horny as this movie. I mean, I've seen pornographic films that the cast wasn't as into it as these cats were. This is definitely not a film I would want to watch with my parents, or with anybody really. My biggest takeaway from watching Cats is I don't know how this has been a successful Broadway show. I mean, the story's kind of a mess, the songs aren't that good. Maybe if I saw it live and got that Broadway magic from the dancing and the costume changes and the stage theatrics, it might be a very different show, but based on this movie, man, it's not something I would pay Broadway ticket price for. It just isn't. So try as I might to put this movie into words, my girlfriend kind of put it best. After we finished watching it, she turned to me and she goes, this was a lot like Tinder. There's constantly new people appearing on the screen. I don't really care about any of them, but they all seem to really want to bone me. And I don't know why I downloaded this app. Maybe I'm a dog person. So, that all said, who should watch this movie? Well, I think if you're a theater geek and you really love theater, maybe give it a chance. If you love the Broadway show Cats, sure, give it a chance. It's a cheap and easy way to relive those memories. I think you'll be disappointed. And if you like train wrecks that go on for about 2 hours, this would be a train wreck for you to watch. I mean, it's not so bad. It has good quality, good redeeming watchable qualities that you can really make fun of. It's just kind of bad all the way through. I mean, you could try and watch it and pan it with your friends, but honestly, I would not recommend this film to anybody, even theater nerds or people that liked Cats the Broadway show. This is just one you should skip. So, what did you guys think? Let me know down in the comments if you liked it for some reason, or if you are one of those weird people that wants to see the butthole cut of Cats that's rumored to exist. Yeah. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you next time.